Hi, I'm Regner. I'm an agent at Unisource Insurance Associates in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, and I'm here today to talk about motorcycle insurance. We are coming into that time of the year. We're anxious to take our bikes out. You can see I've got mine right here. They're all cleaned up. They're ready to go. I'm getting anxious to go. But before you ride, you've done all that prep on your bike. You've cleaned it up. You've checked the tire pressure. Your gas tank is full. The battery is charged, hopefully, and you're ready to ride. So let's talk about the insurance. How does that affect you while you're riding? I'm going to talk about the different coverages because they're different than car insurance. So motorcycle insurance has bodily injury, just like your car insurance. Bodily injury means you're riding. You're on the motorcycle, it's your fault, you have an accident. Somebody gets hurt. They want to sue you. Bodily injury protects you from those lawsuits brought against by that third party who's hurt. The state says you have to have a minimum of $25,000 of coverage. You know, how much injury are you going to cause riding a motorcycle to somebody else, especially the guy in the cage? Probably not much. But I'm going to talk about one of the most important coverages pertaining to how much coverage you should have in just a little while. But after bodily injury, there's property damage liability. That pays for the damage to the other person's property if it's your fault. You damage the other guy's car, or you cause an accident with another motorcycle in the group of guys you're riding with. Property damage pays to fix their car, their motorcycle, their property. Another coverage is guest passenger liability. This doesn't apply in a car. We don't have a special coverage for that on auto insurance. But on a motorcycle, protecting your passenger is vital. And if they get hurt, especially if it's your fault, you want to make sure that there's coverage to protect your passenger. The next coverage that's on a motorcycle policy, also on an automobile policy, is medical payments. What happens if you hurt yourself and it's your fault and you get hurt? Hopefully you have health insurance, but medical payments on a motorcycle policy is intended to pay for your deductible, co-pays, co-insurance coverages, things that your health insurance doesn't cover. That is up to you. So medical payments pays per person. So if you have a passenger, medical payments covers that. You can get up to $10,000, maybe $20,000 coverage with some companies. After medical payments is uninsured motorists and also underinsured motorists. If you're on that motorcycle, you're driving along and the guy in the car makes that left-hand turn in front of you, who's going to get hurt? You or him? Obviously. You are. The guy in the cage is well protected with all the latest safety equipment, but here you are on the motorcycle. You're vulnerable. What if he has no insurance? Or what if he doesn't have enough insurance to pay for the injuries he's just caused to you? That's uninsured motorist. Or if he has insurance but not enough, that's underinsured motorist coverage. That will protect you. The next coverage on the motorcycle is the comprehensive and collision. What if your bike has damage because it was in a collision? That would be collision coverage, whether it's your fault or the other person has no insurance. The cost to repair your bike's damage is covered under collision. Comprehensive coverage, that would pay for fire, theft, vandalism, hitting a deer, things along lines like that are not collision. That's comprehensive. And then there's coverage like emergency road service. What if you need to be towed because you get a flat tire? Something like that. Very different approach than on an automobile where you can just change a tire. It's difficult and you may want to be towed. Then there's also coverage for accessories, and I'm going to show you a couple of accessories here right now on this motorcycle. It may not look like it, but if you notice these saddlebags, they kind of match the color of the motorcycle. They look like they're part of the bike, but they are actually aftermarket accessories that were added to the bike. The two saddlebags on the sides, the top trunk and the back, and they are attached to the motorcycle by a accessory to mount the bike to the frame, or to mount the saddlebags to the frame of the bike. And then we have the seat. This is also an aftermarket seat. If you can notice, it's a perforated leather seat to add cushion and comfort to longer riding times on the bike. And then we have the tank bra to protect the tank from scratches from belt buckles and things. And then on the other motorcycle, there's accessories in the back. You can see the chrome luggage carrier on top, and in front of that is the passenger backrest. Those are aftermarket accessories added, and then there's a couple of other chrome pieces added to that bike. Those all add up in a hurry. Other accessories that one doesn't always think of would be a trailer. What if you pull a cargo trailer or a camping trailer? You know, those easily are $3,000 plus $3,500 or more, depending upon the model you get. These saddlebags on this motorcycle right here are well over $1,000 with the saddlebags and the mounting hardware. On some motorcycles, this cost of this seat alone, or not this particular seat, but on some models, easily $1,000 plus for a special aftermarket leather seat. So they do add up in a hurry, but that trailer I was talking about earlier, pulling a trailer behind a motorcycle, that also, the cost of that trailer, if it's damaged, that's covered by accessories. And the standard motorcycle policy provides no coverage for accessories unless they came originally attached by the manufacturer to that bike. So even though these saddlebags and trunk look part of the bike, they're aftermarket because the manufacturer didn't make it that way. So it's very important you bring the attention of your accessories to your agent so they are able to make sure that you have proper coverage for that. After accessories, there's coverage for trip interruption. What happens if you have an accident and you're a couple hundred miles away from home? You had a reservation at a hotel, another 100 miles down the road, you're not going to get there. Now you're going to have a hotel where your accident was. You're going to need food. These things are covered by trip interruption coverage. And then another important part is, what if you do have an accident and damage to your bike? For you Harley riders out there, some insurance companies will give you coverage that will actually replace certain parts of the bike with actual hog parts as opposed to aftermarket accessories. That's a very important feature. You want to discuss that with your agent. Make sure you have coverage for that when you get those actual Harley-Davidson components. And one more thing, some insurance companies, if you have a brand new Harley-Davidson, and only a Harley-Davidson, some insurance companies, in the cost of their insurance, will actually include coverage for replacement cost of your bike. In the first 2 years, if your bike is totaled in an accident, they'll actually tell you, go back to the dealership and buy a brand new one, and they will pay for the same like kind and like quality, the same model in the brand new year. So those are some of the coverages. I just want to bring those to your attention. Obviously, what do I think is the most important coverage out of all of this? Uninsured motorist, underinsured motorist. If the state says you only need $25,000, that's not enough for some people driving on the road. If that other guy's at fault and you're hurt, 25 doesn't go very far. Some companies will let you carry as much as $500,000 coverage, and that's what I would recommend because, you know, you're worth it. Think about it. If you're incurring medical bills and you have some kind of an injury following that accident, the more coverage you have, the better, because it's there to protect you. You know, obviously I'm talking about increasing the cost of your insurance to buy all these extra coverages. But there are ways to keep your premiums down. There's discounts. If you're a homeowner, insurance companies give discounts to homeowners. If you are a hog member, there's discounts for hog members, up to 15%. Some companies will let you add an additional 10% by joining another motorcycle rider group. You can add those together with some companies. So some motorcycle rider groups have free membership. You can get a free membership and get up to an extra 10% off. Another way to get up to a 10% discount with some companies is by having a subscription to Cycle World magazine. That's also good for a discount. If you've taken a safety course, that's good for another discount. And if you have more than one motorcycle, a multi-bike discount is also available. So if you have any of these situations and you've not discussed them with your insurance agent yet, you may want to consider giving us a call. Call your agent or give us a call at Unisource in Wauwatosa, Unisource Insurance Associates, where our policy is your protection. Thank you very much.